All right.
So fun. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Next Level Lifestyles, where I feature various locations and lifestyles worldwide. And today I am so excited. We have none other than Erin Ladd here, who is not only a real estate developer, but she also is one of my closest childhood friends. So welcome, Erin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So
Fabulous.
for the purposes of the show, Erin actually is showcasing the Fort Lauderdale skyline. Is that right?
Sure am. Yachts and high rises.
And I have to be honest, it's like it's beautiful there, but dang, in person, there's like nothing better.
That's for sure. I absolutely love it here. I can't imagine living anywhere else. So, yes.
So before we unpack all that, I'm going to share with our audience here your amazing bio. So Erin Ladd is a real estate development professional based in South Florida with connections to the international market. Her development experience includes leading multidisciplinary project teams and clients through the technical aspects of acquisitions, pro forma modeling, site feasibility, urban design, land entitlements, contract negotiation, and community outreach for projects ranging from 3 million to 100 plus million across all asset classes, including large scale commercial, lifestyle mixed use, vertical multifamily, hospitality, and industrial development projects. Dang, girl. Erin holds a Master of Science in Real Estate Development from Nova Southeastern University and a bachelor's degree in Urban and Regional Planning from Florida Atlantic University. Erin serves numerous leadership roles within the Southeast Florida / Caribbean chapter of the Urban Land Institute and Nova Southeastern University's MSRED Alumni Committee. She was previously active and still holds connections with NAIOP, an International Council of Shopping Centers, and the American Planning Association. Holy moly, that's a mouthful. You are just so amazing. That's all I have to say.
It's all finally starting to come together. I busted my ass to get here. So it's I'm pinching myself on a daily basis for sure.
And hard work and having like big dreams and drive. Like you are one of the most driven, intelligent people that I know. And I'm just so grateful. I'm dead serious. And to be a woman in this industry is just incredible.
Yeah. No, I mean, I credit that to, a lot of my childhood experiences. My dad was a ski patroller at Okemo. So, every time I was in the ski patrol hut, he had me in there as a kid since I was a little girl with pigtail braids. And just being in that hut with, everybody comes from diverse professional backgrounds there. Some of them were doctors in New York City. Some of them, just enjoyed ski patrolling, and there's a lot of badass women in there as well. So just being able to relax and grow up literally around men and badass women, I think really contributed to helping me navigate this industry for sure.
I love it. So pretty much we are a combination of the 5 people closest to us. So surround yourself with other badass individuals, and then you will also to be badass and just take over the world.
Yeah. I'm trying.
So before we unpack all that, let's talk about, because on the show, I love talking about, the different locations and lifestyles. So maybe share with us, like maybe where you grew up, where the different places you lived, and like the different lifestyles, because I feel that you've had so much unique experience in different markets and locations.
Yeah, for sure. So we grew up in the suburbs of South Windsor, Connecticut, which was interesting. And I spent my weekends in Vermont, in Ludlow, where Okemo is. And, I felt like I just wanted to experience and travel and meet different people. I feel like New England is absolutely amazing, but I like the diversity aspects of South Florida, just the different cultures and being able to experience that. Like I'd say that growing up, you and I were really good about having like a diverse group of friends, and it's just really not like it's just really nice to be around people who have lived all over the world, and like just to learn. After I graduated, I spent time just kind of traveling around. I went to like Alaska for a summer, I spent a summer in Outer Banks. I spent time ski instructing in Colorado. And a lot of these seasonal positions would have people from all over the world working there. So I was able to just meet tons of different types of people, just working, enjoying life, nothing that was high pressure. And I was able to just learn a lot from these people. And you and I, like you said, like I can't live somewhere where people don't vacation. I can't. Like the suburbs are great, great education, great public schools, but yeah, if people aren't vacationing there, it's like life's too short just to kind of live that day to day. I just can't imagine doing that. So, I mean, yeah.
So like bigger and better things, like from the suburbs of Connecticut to Vermont to Colorado. What did I miss? Outer Banks, and then Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale. So, and I love this, by the way, like literally when you said this quote to me, I was like, holy moly, like you will never live anywhere that people don't vacation to. Cause it's true.
Yeah.
Like life is so short. We work so hard and it's like, might as well be in a location that's kind of hustling and bustling, or maybe has like, the lifestyle that you want, like an active lifestyle. And so now what made you choose Fort Lauderdale after trying on all these different locations?
I moved here with an ex-boyfriend, and I honestly, like, Florida has such a reputation for just being like out there and kind of weird. And I always kind of was like, ugh, I would never live in Miami or like anything like that. Like it's just like, ugh, like, but then I moved here and I started meeting people and making friends, and like my friends are like my family down here. Again, like you're the sum of the 5 people closest to you. And like you met my girlfriends down here, some of my friends, like they're just like absolutely solid, incredible people. And then I also got into real estate development, and the opportunity here, it's an international market. Like literally, like I also just joined a private equity business advisory firm out of London. And, during my interview, they were just like, what are your ties to the international market? And I was like, I mean, I have friends that are designing all over the world right now. So, and it's really opened up connections to other people from around the world. And it just opens up more opportunity when you have the ability to connect with people. And I mean, again, that's just the way I enjoy doing things. Like I enjoy doing things on a global scale. That's not everybody, but it's something I'm incredibly passionate and nerdy about. And yeah.
I love that you're so nerdy about it, because obviously I'm in real estate, I'm a real estate agent. But it's so incredible for me to be able to see like what you do, and like you actually help make things come together. Like you were sharing with me that you can see a piece of property and you can help people do like a land use type of analysis where they can get their highest and best use out of the land. Like that to me is just so interesting, right? Like there's so many opportunities where there's a blank slate. And for anyone listening that's out there, no matter if you're in Connecticut, Florida, anywhere in the world, this is something that Erin can discuss with you and consult with you, which I think is incredible because, hello, at the end of the day, location, 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 and real estate is scarce, right?
Mhm. Yeah. Oh yeah. And South Florida is like, and I've never really dealt in like the single family space, but from what I'm hearing, like people are putting in cash offers well over asking and still not getting it. So it's just like mind blowing to me the way the market is right now. I mean, just in the past couple of days alone, they just need people who know how to like develop land and understand real estate. Like it's like just there's so many of us, but it's like so in demand right now that it's exciting to kind of see what's out there right now.
So what are some of the really like what are some of the projects that get you so excited? Like, is it the multi-use? Like what gets you like, you got a taste of it and you're like, oh my God, this is so freaking cool.
I love clients, investors that come to me and they're just like, we have no idea what to do with this land. What can we do with it? And just kind of give me full freedom to design and figure it out, because structuring a lot of these layouts and these deals, and there's just so many ways to skin the cat, as they say. I mean, it's fun to kind of play with a blank slate and see what can happen. But my favorite ones have always been the master planning, the resort developments. Right now, that's what I'm actively pursuing, is resort deals to assemble and put together, whether it's just marrying an operator to an existing piece of land and maybe upzoning it to build a couple more hotel units, or and just looking at the pro formas of these. It's just like, again, it's a big puzzle. So it's just a lot of fun to be able to put together the many different pieces that go into actual real estate development and the project's delivery. A lot of, like, construction people, they'll get the project after we've already entitled and designed it, and they don't, necessarily know the amount of work that goes in just to get a project approved by like a city commission or something, before a building permit is even issued. There's just so much that goes into it. And then the construction aspect alone as well. The construction is, you're managing all these sometimes hundreds of different sub-consultants. So it's just a huge lengthy process that's a big puzzle, and it's a lot of fun. It's very stressful sometimes, but it's fun to watch something get built and people occupying a space that you helped do.
Like you help it come to life, right? And,
yeah.
And speaking of like getting things approved, I've actually seen video clips of you like testifying and things like that, like literally on TV. Like, talk about badassery, like you're freaking badass. I was like, that's my friend. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So what was that? So you were
just public. That's just like at city commission or county commission hearings. You have to present the project to them and get them to vote on it in most regards. So you usually always have a lobbyist on your team to do that back, not backroom, because it's all public record. It's always recorded. And it's interesting to see, I mean, it's fun. Yeah.
Thank God it's fun to you, because to me, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like that's way too crazy. But that's what makes the world go round. You know what I mean? Like, you make the projects happen. I can help sell them and market them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a village.
One of my condo projects or something.
That's so cool, Erin. So now touch upon like international, right? Like, so what's it like working like with international investors and, the people that you're kind of bringing together? Like, I would love to hear more about that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the investors I deal with in South Florida, tend to not be from South Florida. A lot of them come from South America, Canada, or, Japanese, the Asian markets. And in Germany, there's a lot of Germans and Israelis that invest here as well. But I'm new to actually looking at the global market and working in it. Like, I've only been talking to these people for like a month and a half, but in the time that we've done that, I'm learning about the emerging markets, like Singapore and Malaysia are on fire right now. Things in Turkey, it's like the cost of going to Turkey and spending money in Turkey, it's gorgeous there. And I haven't been there yet. I was supposed to go to a wedding there last year, but it's just fun to learn about all these different cultures and what their economy is like right now, because then you can kind of start figuring out what products like a resort or a condo would fit there. It's fun. Yeah.
Dude, that's so awesome. Like, that's actually how the show was born. I wanted to help. I love discovering different locations and different lifestyles and cultures, and to me, it's just so much fun to kind of bring people together from all over the world. Like, I had these guys from Belize, and they're talking about the investment opportunity there, Aruba, Florida, South Carolina, like you name it. It's just incredible. Like, and kind of discovering all that, I think, is so much fun. And actually, what's really cool is the company I'm with, eXp Realty. It's a global company that we're in 17 countries right now. And it's so interesting to me because I'm actually part of their outreach as far as like what countries are we going to get into, what's next, right? So far we obviously have United States, Canada, Australia, South Africa, India, Mexico, Portugal, France, Puerto Rico, Brazil, Italy, Hong Kong, Colombia.
Nice.
Spain, Israel, Panama, like it's crazy. And it's just so much fun.
We are going to be talking about some opportunities then. That's awesome.
Isn't that so cool? And like, that's the craziest thing about like international. And I feel like obviously since COVID, I think a lot of people are like experiencing more location freedom because they're able to
Yeah,
work virtually, you know? But
exactly. I was looking at, and there's all these remote workforce resorts popping up now where, you know, the
really,
corporations can, yeah. And so I'm just like, I'm just trying to get like a client just to be like, hey, you want to, you know, want to sponsor me there for like a month or something, and I'll go find us more like deals or something. But it's yeah, there's just so many creative things popping up right now in terms of real estate. There's so many different, you know, and you have to get creative. Like I mean, in the land prices in South Florida right now are insane. Like a half acre lot can sometimes go for like $2 million. If I mean yeah, it's mind blowing how expensive things are down here. I've seen half acre lots go for like $5 or $6 million, like vacant. Yeah, yeah, it's insane here right now. But I mean, obviously, it's location, amenities, like access
yeah.
to, you know, I mean, it's a hot market right now. And we're, you know, an economic driver. We have between West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami, we have 3 ports. We have international airports, 3 international airports, a handful of executive airports. We have, um, you know, the train system. We just have like an insanely strong economy down here. The only thing is, you know, the cost of living is high. So it's the affordable housing aspect where it's in very high demand and it's not provided right now. So that's the only thing about the South Florida market is, you know, affordable housing. But I mean, if you're looking for real, you know, real estate, then this is the place to come. But yeah, that's just the unfortunate aspect of it for sure.
But like with that, I feel like, and you and I touched upon this before too, is like with that, the fact that everything is like really on the up and up and booming over there, you have, it really attracts like millionaires and billionaires and people that are super successful and people
Yeah,
that like have created like an incredible empire. So like if I go out to rooftop 120 in Glastonbury, which we did a few weeks ago together, it's a very
yeah,
different, like you can, I love meeting people and saying that I know you and I, we both love just like meeting people, learning from people, like what's your story, that blah, blah, blah. But like when we do that in Fort Lauderdale, it's like you literally can be talking to someone that just invented like some crazy app or like some other person that just, you know, developed like a new island off the coast of blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I feel like the synergy and like for people like us that are really into growth, I feel like
right,
it's such a great hub for so many, you know?
right,
I don't know. That's just something that came to
it,
mind. Like if you're into
yeah.
growth, if you're into,
I mean, and that's the other thing too, like my master's program, you know, in New England, nobody's really ever heard of Nova Southeastern University, but locally, you know, in the state of Florida, it's a good private school that a lot of people go to. And, you know, I paid a fraction of the price as like an Ivy League school up in New England. And the people that were mentoring me were just like, we only go to Harvard Business School or Nova, and it's because they vacation down here and they have time to do that. And I've been able to be in rooms with people. I'm also on the board for this international nonprofit organization, the Urban Land Institute, which has given me, put me in the rooms with some of the most well-known developers from around the world. And I've never been scared to just walk up to somebody I admire and be like, hey, let me buy you coffee. Let's like, I just want to pick your brain and learn from you and learn how you got to where you are. So being able to just make connections with these people and pick their brain and go from there has just, I mean, paid off. I mean, not even just paid off. Like I genuinely enjoy, like these people are friends now, you know, it's
yeah.
just exciting to see growth. And a lot of my friends too just launched companies and they're killing it right now. I mean, there's just so much opportunity here.
I love that synergy. I love
Yeah,
that. And it's like your
yeah,
network is your net worth. Like that's where you and I are so alike in the sense of we want to have great conversations with people and have great synergy and like true friendships, true relationships, because we, you know, like that momentum that you get where it's like, all right, there's so much growth, there's so much positive forward movement. Like
yeah,
that's like that's my thing. That's what I go after every single day, you know.
yeah,
So surrounding ourselves
exactly.
with others, like you said, you could just go up to anyone because you are of that mindset, right? It's a mindset. Like,
1,000%, like 1,000%. And like, that's why I love what you and Dana are doing. And like, you know, you've introduced me to Dana. We've hung out a couple times, and like, I just love the drive and passion you guys have. I'm really excited for, you know, what you guys are accomplishing already and about to just skyrocket. So it's exciting. And you're one of my childhood best friends. So it just makes it easier because it's just like you've known me since you've seen me do some dumb stuff.
I'm right back at you.
Well, I've seen you do some stuff too, but
No, I mean, hello, I've done the dumbest stuff, but
yeah.
but
Yeah,
that's how
usually
you
was you. I'm barely, I mean, I would mess up, but whatever.
listen,
Uh,
fail forward. Hello, like we got it. We weren't afraid of making mistakes anywhere in any aspects of our lives. And that's why we
yeah,
are who we are
yeah.
today.
Let's just say I have all of the Facebook albums turned to private from when we were children. So
I probably should do that, but that's not our fault because when Facebook came out, it was literally about college kids drinking too much. So
right. God. Oh my God.
it's not our fault that the grandmas got on Facebook. Like, what the hell?
I know. I know. Now it's just a good business tool, but whatever.
Oh my God, that's so funny. But no, it's so much fun. And I love that we can collab and like, honestly,
Totally club.
that's what it's about now for me is like, okay, I could do business. I know how to do business, but now it's about, I want to do business with people that I actually like and I want to do business with because business is fun. And it is like, this is my purpose. That's your purpose. And to be able to do your purposes with other people, that it's like takes a village and let's build something beautiful together.
And that's what I've also come to realize too, is like, you know, there's different types of people in the world, and a lot of people are just happy, you know, certain ways. We'll say like I've just, you know, and I have girlfriends that are just like, no, we're happy, like just living, you know, I mean, salary's great for them, and you know, I can't live on a fixed income. Like there's just so much opportunity to like just grow. So that's why I started my own firm, and I'm in the process of rebranding right now because I'm getting like so many calls for projects, and I've already gotten a couple, I mean, smaller projects under my belt, but I have to look like more than just a consulting firm because it's it's grown into a real firm now. So yeah. Yeah.
That's so freaking awesome. And it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like you did what you had to do, right? Like you had great relationships with certain people in your business, you know, that kind of showed you the ropes and you were a sponge. And listen,
Yeah.
it's always like, how can I level up? How can I level up? How can I help more people? That's
Yeah. Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
that
A
you're
lot of
already.
sweat equity was put in over the years. So it definitely is starting to pay off in the
So
long term.
we have a lot of real estate agents that listen to this show. We have a lot of people that just want to live their best quality life, like, and also people that want to start living the best life using real estate, right? Whether it's being an agent to help using real estate to achieve their dreams, helping people, consumers use real estate to achieve their dreams, which to me usually is upsize, downsize, relo, investing. Like, what would you say to people that are like maybe afraid to take that next step of like going all in real estate as an agent or in opening up their own company, right? Or considering a relocation or a bigger investment move? Like, you've made a lot of moves. So what
Yeah.
advice do you have for someone that's maybe just kind of scared and sinking into their comfort zone?
Do it. Just do it. I mean, if you're sitting around and I mean, if you're happy with what you're doing and you're happy with the life you're living, then keep doing that. But if you're unhappy, like the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to fail and you just pick yourself back up and you keep going. You know, I can't even tell you how many times I was like, what am I doing? Like, this is like, there's nothing happening, like, whatever. But as long as you keep getting yourself out there, or as long as you're learning, I mean, and some people don't want to grow and learn. Again, they're just happy. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
like shit on those people whatsoever.
Yeah, no, we
Like,
don't like those people.
my mindset is different. My mindset is not there. And you know, just do it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, as long as you have a couple resources, and I mean, no, even if you go flat broke, I mean, I went flat broke, you know, launching everything, but it's paying off.
Yeah.
It's really paying off. It, just do it. YOLO at the end of the day, like literally YOLO. I mean, and you can make friends, join organizations. I mean, all my best friends that I have down here, that they're all just about on the same mindset. I met them through professional organizations, and it sounds corny, but like that's how you get connected with like-minded people that, you know, can help you grow and encourage you to grow and want to see you grow, you know? So
I love that.
that's how I've learned that's how you can do it.
YOLO. That's
YOLO.
literally my fave. Like we only live once. So like if you have a dream, if you have a goal, like you're not going to regret the stuff you did. I mean, Erin and I have plenty of stuff like we could regret, but we are because we
Screw
did
up as much as you can. I mean, definitely. I mean, that's how you learn. That's how you grow, is by, you know.
exactly.
So,
Fuck up more. If you're not fucking up enough, then you're not learning and growing enough. And
exactly.
like it's people don't regret the stuff they did. People regret
Yeah.
the stuff that they did not do. Leave
Right.
every stone, just turn over every stone. Do not leave any stone unturned, right? Do not leave
Right.
any door wide open. Like just go for it.
And yeah, and that's the other thing too, is when I first moved to South Florida, I had this thing where I was like, I'm gonna plant a seed everywhere I can. Like I made an effort to never burn a bridge, whatever.
Yes.
And now it's like I'm starting to see the seeds sprout and grow from spending. It wasn't overnight, you know. I spent a lot of time meeting as many people as possible and connecting with as many people as possible, and I went after it without my hand out, you know what I mean? Like I genuinely wanted to learn from them and like learn how people got to where they are, and it helped like formulate a lot of solid relationships that helped get me to where I am today.
Yay. I love that,
Yeah.
Erin.
Yeah.
You. I'm so happy you're my friend.
Oh my God, I know. I was like, I wanted to try to, maybe I'll try to find a picture of us in like kindergarten where you can post it and like you can share it too. I know I have one somewhere. Like I have those class pictures, you know, that we took. I have to
Oh
find it.
my gosh. Wait, we
Yeah.
should get one from kindergarten, then we should get one from high school, and then
I'll try to fix them up.
from college. We'll get the most appropriate one.
No, yeah, there's like so many like, back when I was a blonde.
Oh my God. And now I'm blonde and you're the one that's like Ariel, like so beautiful with your beautiful red glow.
So
Um,
sweet.
so like
I
PS,
shed
like
like crazy though.
but at least we know like whose hair it is. Like you get food like at a restaurant, they're like, excuse me, miss, is that like, you know how you're like, wait, no, okay,
And
it's
that's
my
also
hair.
how a guy can never cheat, because if it's any other, there's not a lot of redheads out there. So
Oh my God, so funny. And I actually wanted to do like a whole thing. Like if anyone is out there listening, I was gonna say, and you want to date my friend, I'm just kidding. But if anyone's
I'm on the market.
okay, I'm glad you said it.
I'm
Now
not that intense, I promise.
she's on the market. But also that whole idea of like the resort thing, like, hey, if you want to fly out Erin and I to like a resort to like investigate the location for you
Oh yeah,
and
please do.
projects. You know what I mean? Like we're here to
Yeah.
work hard. We love working hard on location, discovering different locations and lifestyles, different projects. We're both at the point in our lives where travel is up our alley.
Yeah,
Exploration
exactly.
and, you know, making business happen overseas. Like that's what we do.
Yeah,
So, you
exactly.
know, I just figured I'd throw a little plug out there.
Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. We're
But also, if you
charming.
want to date my friend, you know, she's a really good catch. Catch her
Yeah.
now while you can. Okay. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Catch me if you can. Yeah.
That's really funny.
Oh God, the dating scene down here, let me tell you guys though, that's a different ballpark. It's I was talking to one of my girlfriends in LA and she was just like, I feel like every time I talk to you, it's like a Sex in the City episode. She's like, I don't know what the guys are drinking down there. Like what kind of water? It's oh God. But we'll save those stories for another time.
Yeah, maybe like after we're rolling, I don't know. But I guess that's a nice little teaser for anyone that wants to discover the Fort Lauderdale lifestyle, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what this is about too, right? Is what's a lifestyle, right? So like
What a lifestyle.
huge dating scene, Sex in the City. But I feel like there's something for everyone in Fort Lauderdale, right? Like you have like downtown, then you have like this, like talk to me about it.
Yeah, we have an art district. We have Miami is 15 miles or 45 minutes to 2.5 hours away, depending on what time you try to go down there.
Or if you take a boat or a helicopter.
I've actually gotten there in like 25 minutes taking the express lanes when it wasn't obstructed with something. So,
Pretty awesome.
and also we have the Bright Line train, which is this like glamorous commuter train that we have that goes right into the heart of downtown Miami too. They closed because of COVID because they're doing an extension to Orlando. So now I don't have to drive to Orlando for conferences. I'll be able to take Bright Line train. They serve you like charcuterie and like like champagne and stuff. It's like the best thing ever. That was the only way I used to go to Miami, but again, they closed because of COVID and now they're working on the extension to Orlando. I hope that I heard through the grapevine they're looking to open towards the end of the year again, or maybe even like I know the Orlando's set to finish and be open by January. So that the Orlando market is on fuego for single family right now. Like that is a hot market right now. And so is Tampa. Tampa and Orlando are just like absolutely on fire down here. That's what everybody talks about. And so yeah. I don't know. I just kind of went on a tangent about transportation.
No, that was great. No, I want to hear more. So talk to us a little bit more about like Fort Lauderdale versus Miami. Like talk about the vibe. And I know like there's like Lauderdale by the sea, like it's more sleepy town. Like I'm impressed with the area and I love it. And you know how I want to get down there.
Yeah. So Miami, I'd say it's more high rises, more I'd say it's a little more touristy, and then there's Miami Beach too. Miami Beach is just there's something for everybody in Miami Beach. I'll just say that. Like and then Miami is a little more, it's turning more into like a kind of younger person financial district with like, cool nightclubs and fancy restaurants. And then there's Hollywood Beach, which has Margaritaville Resort, and it's kind of up and coming. Yeah, Hollywood's up and coming.
Blake Shelton, get ready, booty shaking music.
Oh, yeah.
I love that music video. I'm like,
they have a great little downtown area art circle. Their city has been doing a really good job about, bringing in extra business and doing things like that. And then Fort Lauderdale, when I moved here 7 years ago, there was a small handful of high rises in downtown Fort Lauderdale. Now, literally, like everything you see in the skyline now has been built in the past 5 years. Damn. And all the buildings are occupied. Like I live in a new building right now, occupied. Like, and they just opened, I think in like October or November of last year. And it's like, it's called Las Olas Walk. You can look, it's a multifamily 8-story downtown. Everybody wants to live in Fort Lauderdale because it's just like it's in the middle of Miami and West Palm Beach, like almost equal distance in time to get to either one. And we have everything here. I take a 2-minute Uber ride to go to an international airport and I can fly just about anywhere I want, so it's just like if I want to take a cruise, we have I believe Royal Caribbean's based out of Fort Lauderdale. So it's just like you can do, and we have beachfront as well. Miami doesn't have beachfront. They have Miami Beach, which is a completely separate city. So, Fort Lauderdale has it all. Like I'm a hardcore Fort Lauderdale. Like I'm probably never going to leave here.
Fort Lauderdale Indian. What do they call people from Fort Lauderdale?
I don't know, but it's definitely like a lot of people from Miami will come up here and they like how it's kind of got a little more of a relaxed, like beachy vibe than Miami. Like when I go to Miami, like, you wear like the nice dress, the heels, whatever, but like in Fort Lauderdale, it's definitely a lot more lax. But I mean, we still have our, banking institute, it draws billionaires and millionaires. Like you can go to El Camino on a Taco Tuesday and be talking to like an NBA player or something, so it's just like everybody's here.
I love El Camino. Oh my God. We went to so many places. El Camino was like my fave with the margs and the chips. Where else did you take me?
I brought you to the Wharf.
Oh my God. Which is love like the Wharf.
Cool, it's like outdoor venue bar with several bars on the New River here. And then it's got all these little kind of like food market stands or like little like food trucks, and then they have
So
a bunch of
good.
backyard games, and it's super hip and fun. Um,
The pizza.
there's just
Oh,
like there's always something to do here. We have like the arts, and it's awesome.
oh my God, so fun. I'm trying to think what else. Like what I really enjoyed, what stuck out to me when I was in Lauderdale was like, this is such an active lifestyle, right? Because obviously in Connecticut, like, yes, you can ski or what have you, but and get outside in the winter, but it's harder. Like I just felt so invigorated, like waking up in Fort Lauderdale, going outside to do yoga on the beach and
Yeah,
seeing people rollerblading right along
yeah,
the water, people biking, running, like I don't know. I was just like, this is the energy that I like. Like, it's just such a
yeah,
hustle and bustle, but like chill. But then you have the river going through Fort Lauderdale, which is so fun. There's a taxi that goes up and down the river. Um, it's just a
yeah.
beautiful place to live.
It is. I love it here. I I love sending pictures of myself from the pool in February to my friends up north. Just like, and I'm a skier. Like I'm like a diehard like skier. You know what I mean? Like I grew up competing, whatever. I can fly anywhere for like close to nothing and take a weekend ski trip. You know,
True.
in New England, you have to like drive to the airport. Like it's just like it's easier here to get anywhere in the world.
Actually,
So
dude, I never even thought about that. You're like
yeah.
access to the airport. Like I remember when I stayed with your with you and like with Dana, like it's like 7 minutes like to the airport and it's international. And by the way, the Fort Lauderdale airport is so nice. And then it's true, you can actually be almost anywhere like in no time. And it's funny you say that about going up to visit like Vermont and stuff. Like, so if you had to, because I want to kind of like give for to all of our viewers, I want to like get a little taste of each of these locations because you truly do have a very unique experience of living in multiple places. So if you're going to share with me, let's say Connecticut, right? Like where we lived in Connecticut, like how would you summarize that? It doesn't have to, and we're going to hit each of those locations.
I have no words for Connecticut, honestly.
It'll be like,
It just wasn't my thing. I'll
yeah.
just it just wasn't my thing.
I
Yeah.
feel, I feel like it's like for like people that want to have like the white picket fence a little bit and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Which,
like
some
go to bed at
people are happy with
9.
that, and that's great, you know.
Right.
Not for me. Just like
So,
simply yeah, I could never live in a white picket unless it's like I buy a farmhouse and I just need like a
right.
little relaxing, getaway. I could understand that for sure. I mean, actually, like I remember like there was a lot of nature in Connecticut. I
Oh,
remember us taking your ATV out and behind the tarp, and just the leaves, like it's gorgeous there. Like honestly, I can't say that. Like I love the seasons in Connecticut and
yeah.
I love the smell of like just how green it is in the summer, like after like rainfall.
True.
But as far as things to do, it's lacking.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go to Vermont, and that's what we did. We would go to Vermont on the weekends and go skiing or go hiking. And, um, you know, I guess it's good. Actually, you know what? Connecticut is kind of like Fort Lauderdale in the aspect that like Connecticut is in between New York City and Boston,
True.
and Fort Lauderdale is in between West Palm Beach and Miami.
True.
So, I mean, it is a good like little regional heart to be in if you have to commute to these places all the time.
True.
So yeah, I guess I can't really shit on Connecticut. It does
So,
have its
so
its perks.
we'll give Connecticut those perks. Now let's
Yeah.
talk about Vermont. So tell us about what place in Vermont you were and what like the vibe, like the lifestyle. Were there a lot of people that were vacationing there? Like share a little bit about that.
Yeah. So now they're in my parents, it's Okemo, Ludlow, Vermont, and it's a quaint little town. I mean,
Oh,
all the people that I've known since my parents are still friends with the same people they were friends with before I was even born, you know what I mean? And a lot of them, their friends some of them are locals to Ludlow, some of them came, they're retiring or they came up on the weekends from Boston or New York City or Providence, like, or those like surrounding areas. So I was able to grow up with people from all over New England on the weekends. I was very fortunate in that regard. Like, but I mean, it was great. It was fantastic. I mean, having, home up there, just again, I was very, very lucky in the way I was raised. So, um, it was a good opportunity, and I still keep in touch with a lot of those people. So
That's
yeah,
beautiful. And like you said
yeah,
before, like the international, like I remember like we'd go up to your place over there, and like, it's so true. There'd be people from everywhere, like Australia, England. Like I remember it was just like, this is such a diverse like crowd. Like it was so much fun. You learn so
yeah. Oh,
much,
that's right.
you
That's
know?
right. Remember, I was a ski instructor there, like right when I graduated high school. And again, it was like all the people from all over the world that would come to
Literally.
be ski instructors, and we would have international parties all
Yes.
the time. Like literally, we would call
Yes.
them international, or like international beer pong tournaments. We'd have like France against England, and like they would, man, the Irish guys,
Oh
they would
yeah.
just start talking mad shit. I loved it. It was great.
So
Um,
it sounds like that whole area, like Okemo area, like it really does have an appeal, like you said, to people that are vacationing up there. Maybe they have like the summer house or the winter house for skiing.
yeah.
And then like it sounds like you said, a lot of the people end up retiring over there. So that's cool. So that paints a really cool picture for a lot of people listening. Like it does. And it's helpful because I feel like people don't know what they don't know. So we
Right.
often take for granted our own experiences. Like, oh yeah, like everyone had that, right? Like, but no, like you had such a
Oh
unique
yeah.
experience. And then so
Yeah.
Colorado, you were also, was it Vail or where were you in
No,
Colorado?
I was actually just in Vail like a month ago, but
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Crested Butte. So Crested Butte, I almost don't even want to tell people about Crested Butte just because it's like this like untouched gem of a mountain.
Secret
Um,
mountain.
this little downtown, and you fly into Gunnison. Gunnison's about 30 minutes away. So you fly into Denver, then you take like a little, oh my God, when I took this little hopper plane, like in the middle of a blizzard, but it's easy to access and fly into instead of like going to Vail. You have to drive down this like insane mountain pass for like 2.5 hours to get there after you land in the Denver airport. Um, and the skiing there is like, I mean, they have the US extremes there every year. It's just incredible terrain. Um, but yeah, so, but I love Vermont. Like I go home to Vermont like at least every couple months for like at least a week just to kind of renew myself from the fast pace down here. Yeah.
True.
Um, it's it's just gorgeous, and everybody's simple. Like nobody cares what you do for a living in Vermont. Like if I talk business in Vermont, everybody's just like, Erin, stop talking. Like that's not what we're here for. Like everybody's there to just relax and just enjoy life. You know what I mean? It's one of those kind of vibes, and they want to definitely preserve that vibe. So I am a business like hound. So they're just always like, Erin, go to your room or something. But yeah.
Like Erin, we're like retired and we want to just chill. Like
Yeah.
you're
Take
bringing
it
down
from
the
a 10,
vibe.
take it from like an 11 to like a 2, please. Yeah.
That's literally
But
like me. Like I never
whatever.
stop. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Outer Banks. I need to hear more about the lifestyle of Outer Banks because I saw that show on Netflix, Outer Banks. I'm like, I want to live there. It looks so cool. Is it really cool or is it sleepy? What's the
It's
deal?
great. It's also an untouched gem. You can rent a
Oh,
house there on vacation, like a huge house for like, I don't know what, I mean, this was like, I'm talking like I was living there 12 years ago. So it might have changed since I've been there, but it's just very small town, beachy vibes. And their beaches there are like just as nice as Florida's in the summer when it's warm. Like I remember I would see dolphins swim up to shore, it's absolute. And then they have this beach where there's like wild horses, and it's just very outdoorsy and gorgeous at the same time. High, highly recommend. 10 out of 10, highly recommend.
oh my
Yeah.
God. Thank you for taking us down this like adventure of like the different locations and lifestyles.
Yeah.
Truly, because again, like I've never been to Outer Banks. I've never been to this place in Colorado, which sounds amazing. I've been to your place up in Okemo, but it's like
Yeah.
when we went.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and I got a taste of Fort Lauderdale with you. So this has just been so much fun. Thank you so much.
Yes. 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 Are we done or we keep
I
going?
mean, like, I guess like, is there anything else you want to leave our audience with?
No,
Mm,
no.
just leave them guessing for
Everybody,
more.
everybody call Alexa because she's a badass.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I
I
want
got
to
you.
leave them
Oh my
with. Make
God.
sure you call Alexa Kebalo. Yeah.
And now, Erin, speaking of calling and all that and contacting, where would you like everyone to find you?
LinkedIn, Erin Ladd, ErinLadd.
Ooh, and even if they want to slide into the DMs like for a date, is that the best place to reach you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect. She means business all the time.
That's why I'm still single. It's all good.
Listen, because the man of your dreams is being manifested, and he will arrive on his, I was gonna say white horse, in his white jet. And then don't forget me.
No, I want to get there myself. But yeah.
Yay. All right. This was so fun. Thank you everyone for joining us for another episode of Next Level Lifestyles, where we feature various locations and lifestyles worldwide. Thank you so much, Erin.
I'll see you soon, hopefully.
Yay. See you soon, babes.
Bye.